What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with another video, and this time I put this out late, but who watched the club championships? Who watches those games? Did you see the game with Clef and that guy? Oh my god, Clef annihilated him, and it looked like he was only there because he got lucky and was like running the ball. Like, dude, are you serious? That's your big offensive game plan, like halfback passes and freaking what was the other thing? The jet. That was his offense. The jet RPOs. This guy was out there running a circus offense, and it just goes to show you how unrealistic the game is this year. He legitimately thought that stuff was going to work on Clef, the God. Do you not understand the name that this guy chose? He chose Clef the God. Let's be honest here. When we seen him play against Clef, I think everybody knew that game was very much over at the beginning. And this is why I hate the run. Oh, I can't stand that stuff right there. And then the suction tackles are gone. But I'm like basically 50-50. I love the suction tackles. I hate the suction tackles. If they could work for me, I'd be more happy. Since they don't, I'm pissed. Now, back to the Clef the God situation. Clef the God annihilated him, destroyed him. The guy barely put up points, and when he started putting up points, it was basically because Clef was done. Now, let's be honest. If that guy made it to the club championship, what is that saying to you? That there are certain people who should, I think it was DreamHacks. Don't quote me on that. I think it was DreamHacks. I'm positive it was DreamHacks. I'm not sure if it was the club, but I think it was DreamHacks. But Clef annihilated him. Now, let's take another look at Chewy Llama and Meals. Jesus Christ. Did you guys watch that game? Meals sent the house every single play and did not get punished for it. Let me tell you what I mean punished for. That means when sending the house is a bad idea in real football. Now, I understand Madden isn't real football, but what's the first words out of Clint's mouth when he talks about the game? Oh, it just got to be realistic. I want it's everything in there is realistic. The abilities are based off realism. And I'm sorry to tell you, but if there are 17 people surrounding a guy who does a stiff arm, the last thing he's going to do is run for a touchdown. He's going to fumble. The ball's going to be punched out. There needs to be a balance between the abilities and like gameplay. Like, let's say the whole jukebox armbar. If you armbar somebody and I come up behind you and you're still going through that animation, I should be able to punch that ball out. I should not have to wait for the animation to stop to tackle you. That's the biggest issue I have with this game, is that a lot of the stuff that's being done, it's based off of animations. It's not based off of the game. They're not going out and making it so that we have a counter to a lot of things. And that's my biggest issue. Guess what? The run game, the only thing they need to do is make sure that wide receivers are not holding their blocks for 17 years, and it'll be amazing. That's my biggest issue with the run game, is that wide receivers hold their blocks too long. The O-line blocks perfectly. They will pass they will basically knock down a D tackle, pass that guy off to another guy, and hunt you down. They will hunt you down. That is the weirdest part about it, is that the offensive line in this game will hunt down the user no matter what. Now, the biggest issue that's going to pop out are free release blitzes. Basically meaning he can set his defense up some type of way, glitch the O-line, and you're basically going to be sacked because nobody's paying attention to you. That was the story for it. That's the story for another time. But now, let's take a look at what's going to happen with these new NFL 100 players. The NFL 100 players probably are going to break the game because they come out on the field with their X Factor activated. Imagine a top wide receiver with his X Factor activated the very first play of the game. Now imagine if that was a nasty lurk. Imagine if that X Factor is double me or something. Now you have to change the way you're playing just to account for that guy on the very first play. And if he's good enough, he can probably get you really, really good because he's going to have so many routes on the field that you have to pay attention to. Now, let's pay attention to the other part. The running backs, their X Factors are activated. Then the first thing people say, oh, you got tackling for a loss. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Tackling these running backs for a loss is kind of tough. And I don't know who believes run defenses in this game, because if you ask me about run defense, it's luck of the draw. I think the run defense is luck of the draw if you really want my opinion on it. But you guys have a good one. Catch you next time. I'm trying to crank out some videos. Best thing I can do right now. I figured I ran a little bit. But you guys have a good one. Catch you next time.